What's up, Challenge Cup fans? You've got me out the Team Rocket here, giving you the play-by-play on this Challenge Cup match. We've got the 5-seed Antlerz44 versus the 12-seed Frankenroc in this best 2 out of 3. How's everybody doing tonight? We've just got our runners finishing up the final preparations. We should be live soon. I see Matty J, Macobra, Mayo Rabbit, Jose Javier, everybody. And here we go. We're starting off with a Vanilla World 1. Fred! And I believe we have entered one of our famous beta stages, if I'm not entirely mistaken. And Atlas is already taking on lead as he's going into 3F1, the door 6 for it. Well, that may have been a path divergence as we see Frankenroc enter the Navy. Yeah, this one it was a path divergence. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me, right? We see Frankenroc has taken out the Navy pretty easily. Thank you, Macobra. Now we see Frankenroc taking on a pair of twin fire bros and getting a fire right up the patootie. He's going to take a second shot. And again, fire up the patootie. That fire bro's just blocking poor Frankenroc, and another fire up the patootie. You hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it. And again, fire up the you-know. And Frankenroc finally gets to the mushroom house, and I bet he's hoping he gets something good to help him against the fire bros, and he gets a leaf. His Antlerz has entered the Navy. And he finally puts the fire bros down and picks up a hammer for his efforts. Now, in the tournament, in the Challenge Cups, you're not going to know if a hammer is going to break a lock until you try. And just like that, Frankenroc takes a game over and is going to have to start from scratch. Antlerz enters his fight with the hammer bros and has, I believe, a little bit of an easier time. Frankenroc having a little trouble with the spiky. I know that's the name of the red things, but what would you call those black things that the piranha plants are spitting out? You see, Antlerz has made it to the the first airship, and he's going to be going up against Larry. We'll see how much of a shrimp he is today. Ooh, and Larry is just a cocktail shrimp, one hitter. Very nice start for Antlerz, finishing World 1 in about 3:45. Now Frankenroc's making his way to face off against Larry. Let's see if he has a little bit of luck. As we enter World 4. Having a bit of a screen lag. Sorry. And as you can see, all the stages are question marked, but the end card game is on. And Frankenroc finishes World 1 about a minute behind Antlerz. Ooh, but Antlerz takes a hit from the Jumbo Sludgo. But gets him back on the rebound and picks up a star for his efforts. And Antlerz may have taken an intentional death, as we see Frankenroc has entered 4-4 if I'm not entirely mistaken. Antlerz making his way through the fort. Giving 1, 2, 3 bops on the head to Boom Boom. Oh, and it's an easy world 4 for Antlerz. And Antlerz is going to pick up a little something from the end card game. But what did he get? What did the star reveal? Fred! And now both Antlerz and Frankenroc picking up a set of music boxes. Oh! Oops, let's saying it gave him an extra life. Let's see how Antlerz does on the airship. Let's see if Iggy is as big of a nerd as usual. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's a slightly buffer nerd today, but still a 4-hitter. And now we have Frankenroc going after yet another pair of sludgy bros. And picking up a star. As we enter World 7, Ludwig's house. Or as it's commonly known, the pipe maze. See, Antlerz is trying to navigate his way through the pipe. Through the pipes as Frankenroc finishes World 2 in about 8:42. Antlerz still a little ahead of Frankenroc, but Frankenroc's catching up on him. And Antlerz has found the way home. That is a question indeed. Yes, Boob Slit, that can happen on a few stages. Like, I believe that's 4-2, if I'm not mistaken. It's because if a stage naturally has a boss bass, and then the randomizer gives it another boss bass, 2 can show up. It's very frightening. And we see Antlerz is making it to the super takes. Oh, and Antlerz isn't going to even need to try to break the lock with a hammer. The fort just did it naturally. As you see, Frankenroc has entered 6F3 and is taking a fall from a disco waffle. Antlerz used a music box to put down the piranha. He is entering the airship, and let's see how well Ludwig is coming out to play today. That's a 1. Ludwig's only pulling off an A and the B side. 2 hits. A little bit of Casablanca from the king. Frankenroc now enters 4-2. And indeed, we've got double the boss pass, double the trouble. To protect the word and all that. And now we've got Antlerz on, I believe, 5-4. And taking a long fall. As we've entered World 2, Sandland. Oh, and Frankenroc uses the hammer, and we learn they do break locks this seed. And Antlerz gets sniped by a red Koopa Troopa with wings. This is going to cut a few seconds off from Frankenroc. And I believe we just had a mid-air nom nom from Boss Bass. And another fall from Antlerz. Antlerz struggling a bit with 5-4. This could give Frankenroc the break he needs to catch up. To catch up and cut the mustard. And another mid-air nom nom from Boss Bass. And another short jump from Antlerz. At this point, he may want to just take the intentional game over and start over with fresh lives, and he is. Indeed, Mayor Rabbit, indeed. And now, thanks to 5-4, Antlerz and Frankenroc are nearly neck and neck. Frankenroc making his way past the fidget spinners, as Diesel Pilot calls them. And now Antlerz entering one of my favorite beta stages, the Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. And as you can see with the frog suit, this becomes inordinately easy. And there's a few times where the frog suit has a practical use, at least to me. And in fact, I believe this is the 7.6 beta, if I'm not entirely wrong. We see Antlerz blazing through the next stage. Whoa, but really good P-strats, and Frankenroc is right behind him, but gets a fanfare. That's gonna cost him about 5 to 10 seconds. Now Antlerz having to deal with some watery firebros. Watery firebros. Sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Ooh, and a power driver gets Frankenroc, and I believe that was Makova who rolled the seed, if I'm not mistaken. And we see Antlerz is entering 1 F3, and because of logic, 1 F3 will never be needed to never be required to break a lock. Just because we all know what most people are going to go for in it, and that being the warp whistle. Although in a tournament, warp whistles are completely disabled, so all you'll get is a random item. And Frankenroc going to use a star to go up against the firebros and make very quick work. As Antlerz enters 2-4, one of my personal favorite stages. Although, what I'd always do is use a Tanuki suit or a leaf and just take the hidden area. Like, cheese the level. And as we can see, Frankenroc is going to take the hidden exit and picks up an anchor. Now, in normal games, the anchors hammer down the airship, so if you die, they don't fly away. But in the tournament, the anchors can be nearly anything but a hammer or a warp whistle. Now we see Antlerz is on his way to the next world, and he's going to have to go up against our salty Cooper Morton first. Let's see if Bowser's put him on a diet or if he's been feeding him extra French fries. And Frankenroc, knowing that the hammers break the locks, is going to use that to bypass the stage, and is just going to be able to go straight into the fight. Russell Jr. is guessing World 6 is going to be next. We'll have to wait and see. Ooh, Morton is Morton is having extra sodium today. Not too much extra, but just enough to make it a 4-hitter. And now Antlerz, I believe, is trying for the 7-1 clip. Although you could also oh, I thought you could fly over the stage. Well, now Antlerz and Frankenroc are neck and neck. Ooh, and Antlerz takes a hit from a piranha plant. Ooh, this could be the break Frankenroc needs. And we have a very weird enemy from I don't know what that enemy was supposed to be. I think a giant Koopa. All I know is it was glitched out to maximum. It could have been, Russell. It could have been. Frankenroc could have used the star to go up against the Hammerbow as Antlerz is taking back the lead and is now just a single stage ahead of Franken. Ooh, and Frankenroc may have taken an intentional death so he can try to... Or that may have been an accidental. Antlerz having a little trouble with the Sledge Brothers, but defeats him and gets a Jugum Clap for his efforts. And now Antlerz is going to use the star to take out the Fire Bros and gets, well, as LOC likes to say, you use a star, you get a star. And now Antlerz has entered, I believe, 4F2, if I'm not mistaken. 4 or 5 F2, I'm not 100% sure. They both seem so similar and awesome. Of course I like cheeseburgers, boob sled. But I don't think Frankenroc likes Jumbo Bros right now. Why do you ask? Pizza's good too, but I'm just a foodie. I love food. You know, you guys are just making me hungry. And Frankenroc having a little trouble with... If you guys can't figure out, with all these levels in the game, I still get mixed up on some of them. I believe Antlerz is at 6-2 right now. Not entirely sure. I could be wrong. Whatever it is, he's having a little bit of difficulty. Oh, I think this is 4-6 what Frankenroc is on. Not entirely sure. I think 4-6 or 5-6. Antlerz right now is on 1-1. And now using your Tanuki suit to go back to 1-1 after taking a slight fall. Hey, Ghost Wizard, in a randomizer, even 1-1 could become your worst nightmare. We see Antlerz is the first to make it to Lemmy's airship. Frankenroc is going to try 6-2 right now. It may have been Mako, but not entirely sure. And again, 6-2 is a nightmare on the best of days. And Antlerz takes out Lemmy, and we'll be going on to the next word, and place your guesses for what word it's gonna be. I believe we have worlds 3 and 5 left. Lezo guessing 5. Oopsled guessing 9. And it's world 3. No one gets the pot. And now we see Antlerz on another one of our beta stages. This could be the 5-4 beta stage, if I'm not mistaken. Nice try, Russell. Nice try. This isn't Bob's Burgers. Now Frankenroc on his way to World 6, or as we see World 3. It can get confusing after a while. Ooh, and Antlerz has entered 7-9, the mini pipe maze. This stage has been known to trip up even some of the most professional runners. Well, yeah, Russell, with all the sprites on screen, sometimes more than even the game it knows what to do with, it can cause a complete lag down as it tries to process everything. That sign doesn't mean anything. Oh, I can't read. Oh, and an easy come, easy go on the tail for Antlerz. Well, you forget, Mayo, these NESs were made in like 1984, if I'm not mistaken. At this point, that may as well be my catchphrase, if I'm not mistaken. Frankenroc getting another bit of fanfare. Now, Frankenroc going for another end card game. Yeah, well, in the vanilla game, fanfares are a good thing. In randomizers, when you're in a tournament trying to get as fast as you can, not so much. Frankenroc finding the exit to 7-9 as Antlerz goes through a set of pipes. And Frankenroc goes to a mushroom house and picks up a tanuki suit. And we see Antlerz make it through the fort and take out the Boom Boom with 3 quick stomps to the head. You get a stomp to the head! You get a stomp to the head! You get... And Antlerz takes out a pair of boomerang balls and gets a Jugum Cloud. I believe Antlerz may have found the pipe to happiness. Indeed he has! Now he's going to be going up against Wendy, and we'll see if she's had her Baconators today. Antlerz almost slipping off the edge of the airship. Ooh, and all Wendy had today was bacon cheeseburger. Was a junior cheeseburger, my mistake. And a little bit of Smash Mouth from the World 6 King. Now we enter World 5, the final stage before Bowser. And Antlerz is gonna juke him right away and go for a tower. Ooh, and Frankenroc just falls short on that. Just falls short on the jump. Not a fan of Shrek, Sarah? Oh, and Antlerz has already made it to the World 7 airship, or rather the World 2 airship, and is going to be going up against Roy, a very jetty World 7. Yes it is, Sarah, yes it is. Roy is definitely a big boy today. But not the biggest boy. Ooh, and Frankenroc doesn't have a class, so he's going to have to play the World 2 Quicksand stage. Mercifully not the longest of stages. And he does get to go through the wee arm. So, take your guesses for how many bridges will be in World 8 as we see Antlerz making his first stop through 5-3 beta. Trails is saying 2. The 5-3 beta mercifully a little bit shorter than the 5-3 vanilla. Joe Bloody saying 0, Boob Sled saying 4. And now, Antlerz has entered... I was going to say he's entered the World 6 F1 for it, and he's going to use a frog suit in what is known, at least to me, as I'm going to escalator land! Coke, no question, boo. No question. Yeah, set me up with a nice cherry Coke and you got me for days. Although, has anyone here tried Crystal Pepsi, perchance? Anyways, Antlerz getting a star kill and ending up with a BRO! And now, oh, Frankenroc's gonna have to do 7F2. And Antlerz taking an unintentional death. An intentional death! And now he's gonna try his hand at 6F2, the ice sport. We saw 6F1 earlier, and now we see 6F2, and I believe it's a joke that they are quite commonly linked. In fact, a lot of the forts are. Indeed, Makoba, fire and ice. And Antlerz is finding out that there's no pipe there leading to Bowser, but this could be the one. We got pipes all over the place. Everything must go. Oh, and we found a pipe to Bowser, but it's a 2 bridges. It's 2 forts that need to be played. Oh. And Frankenroc finding that. Oh, we just had 7F2. Now we've got 7F1. Fort Knox. And because he's got a raccoon tail, he can bypass the majority of the stage and go straight to the exit. As Antlerz has entered the World 2 fort, otherwise known as Spiky World. Now Frankenroc's entered the World 2 airship and is going to be going up against our boy Roy. The only thing standing between him and catching up to Antlerz in World 8. Antlerz gonna see if that built one of the bridges. Or just gonna try to take out the other bridge right away, and goes into 3F2. Antlerz scooting by the carpet boot Ridleys. And makes it to the underwater boom boom. There's a boom, a boom, a boom, a boom, boom. I believe that's going to open up the pathway to Terabithia for Antlerz. Or the bridge to Terabithia. Yeah, dang it, I had a joke there and I ruined it. This is Trail's race to lose, that's for sure. That's for true. And Antlerz going in with a hammer suit, and he's gonna see if he can get the hammer kill on Bowser. Yes there is, Zoas. Is that how you say your name? Zoas? Yes there is. There's a game, right after this is gonna be game 2, and if there's a tie, we'll go right to a game 3. Antlerz having a little trouble making the clip. And eventually just deciding to go straight. Oh, and he loses the hammer suit! Oh, I hate to see it! Order of operations game, now he gets the star. And remember, you can duck all you want next to Bowser, he's got nothing below the waist. Yeah, I said it. And with that, get your GGs out. Get your GGs out for Antlerz44. And with that, let's see what Antler's official time is. Antlerz is going to finish with a time of 43:26. Ooh, and Frankenroc takes a hit from a disco waffle. Let's cheer him on. We know Frankenroc can complete this. Frankenroc not even bothering with the escalator. Like, I don't need that technology. Ooh, but a disco waffle catches him right in the patoot. And now Frankenroc getting the bro. Now Frankenroc went from 6F1 to 6F2. Don't know what's wrong with my voice today, folks. Ooh, and Frankenroc slides off, and I believe. Yes, I believe Frankenroc has just forfeited the match. Let's double check. That is a forfeit from Frankenroc. So, so we're gonna get things set up as Antler takes the first one, and we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes to go to round 2. So just stay tuned, everybody. My baloney has a first name, and it's, well, I don't know what the first name is. I just ate the baloney. Let me guess. Is it M-E-Y-E-R? My baloney has a third name, and it's ew. Hey, I like baloney, jerkhead. Your act is baloney. Your baloney has a first name, and it's meow. Baloney hater. So how's everybody doing tonight while we get everything set up with the face? Would anyone in chat like a shout out? Would anyone like to ask any questions about the randomizer, about the tournament, about how to join our awesome community, or anything in general? Yes, there is, Joe Bloody. There is a bracket indeed. If you ask Makoba, he'd be glad to give it to you. See? Frank, where do you think the accent's from? Just humor me. Where do you think I'm from? Delaware, Belarus? Any other guesses? And we have already Zoe asking for the reverse world order. He just seems to love the 7-6-5-4-3-2-1 order. Alright, I'm being told we're ready to roll and we should be getting started momentarily. Joe's thinking it's going to be worth 3. Any other guesses? Boopslet saying 2. Russell saying worth 6. Angelic Jade saying worth 2. J Money Apu saying 5. Sarah Fantastic saying 2. Getting a lot of guesses in chat. So you can't guess 2 and 5. That's just cheating. And only J Money APU got it right. We're going to start with word 5 and begin with 2-4. Not the worst stage to have acquired to begin things. Could be worse. It could be Atlantis, so 6-6. Ooh, and Antlerz takes the first fall. And remember, if Frankenroc wins this, we will have a game 3. But if Antlerz wins this, he's going to advance on to the next round. Well, he'll... And we see Frankenroc entering 6-F1. And Frankenroc the first to take out Boom Boom. I did mark the win, Diesel. Apparently I clicked the wrong button. I hit the wrong button, Diesel. I apologize. And now Frankenroc's entering the World 8 Fort, otherwise known as the Fort of Doors. And now Antler's taking out a pair of fire bros and picking up a music box. Oh, and Antler's finding us a way past the fort, and now going into a hand stage with the Hammer Brothers Party Mix. Hand stage 1! Just like that, Antler's is taking back the lead. We're taking the lead for the first time. My apologies. Oh, and he gets a fireball up the pachoo. And Antlerz picks up a star as Frankenroc enters stage 1 and goes up against all the Hammer Bro fun times. Antlerz is first to make it to Roy's airship, and let's see how big of a boy Roy is today. And Roy is just your average boy today. 3 hits. Oh, and I want to remind people also, in this seed, end card games turned off, so resource management is going to be key. Antlerz is the first to finish World 1, and we have a very ungrateful king. Now we have a Vanilla World 2. Fred! And Antlerz picks up a mushroom from the mushroom house. How quaint. Now Fred's gonna be not Fred. Antlerz is going to be going into the tank stage, the army. In the army. In the army, indeed. Antlerz squeezing in to pick up a star. Mayo, no. And Antlerz picking up a music box from the stage. From the army, I should say. And now, Antlerz has made it back to 3F1, the Door 6 fort. Frankenroc making his way in the army. Whoa, and Antlerz almost gets sniped by a thrown boomerang. But picks up a P-Wing. Fred is Fred Coughlin, the creator of the randomizer. Oh, but we see Antlerz. Yes, he has Mayo, as we see Antlerz entering 7-5. And we saw yesterday in the match with Para against Animus, this stage can be a nightmare and a half. As Antlerz just proved with a very cheap death. Antlerz is Russell is guessing World 6 next. Okay, some of you guys are just twisted. You see now both Antlerz and Frankenroc are in 7-5. This one could serve as an equalizer of sorts. One of those stages where if you lose like towards the end, you're not going to want to ever see the stage again. Oh, and Antlerz takes the game over! This could be the break Frankenroc needs! You do hate to see it indeed, Val. Yes, indeed. It's going to be a different place with 7-5 done, that's for true. Oh, but Frankenroc takes a death too! 7-5 taking no prisoners! And another death for Frankenroc, 7-5. If I'm not mistaken, McCobra, haven't we had at least one person forfeit just from this stage alone? And just like that, Antlerz is caught back up to Frankenroc. 7-5 refusing to bend. Oh, and Antlerz taking another death from the Goomba cheap combo. Speaking of the last Challenge Cup, didn't Antlerz make it to the finals of the last one? If not winning the whole thing, or was that Zodiac Dread? Oh, Zodiac won last year, my mistake. The Zodiac's actually in bracket stages this year. Where's some? Oh, and Frankenroc's the first to finish 7-5. Just like. One way of putting it, Mayo. One way indeed. Man, almost 13 minutes and neither of them has gotten past World 2 yet. And Morton cutting back a bit on the sodium. And finally, we have a more grateful king for World 2. Was that so hard? And Antlerz finally completes 7-5. I'm thinking of bumping off Lakitu. Whoa! Nearly avoiding a snipe. Right now, Frankenroc is about a stage and a half ahead of Antlerz. Oh! Nice move by Frankenroc using a brick to catch off Dallas Bass. And we have a Koopa Troopa defying the laws of physics. Frankenroc still keeping his lead. Now we see Frankenroc going up against a pair of twin Firebolts. And for some reason it looked like Frankenroc had a little bit of a struggle. Oh, but he doesn't have a struggle this time, and Frankenroc walking away with the star. And Antlerz right behind him, picking up the same. Now Frankenroc has entered 7F1, Fort Knox. And unfortunately, he's going to have to go through the stage and pick up the required Tanuki suit in order to bypass. Right now, they are like seconds away from each other, if I'm not mistaken. And despite a little bit of a bonk, Frankenroc makes it to the exit pipe. And now Frankenroc's entering our world. I believe this is the 3-3 beta stage. Even known to some as Ice Capades. Now Frankenroc using a star to go after the firebirds and making very quick work of them. And picking up. Use a star, take a star. Coming out even. This is either 7-1 or 7-6. We saw the other one earlier, they both just confused me. Oh, this is 7-6, so the other one was 7-1 earlier. My mistake, folks. And Antlerz has already made it to the airship. And Antlerz is the first one to take down our boy Lemmy. Frankenroc making quick work of the boomerang bros with a star. Antlerz won the last one, so fantastic. I think Frankenroc may have gone a little bit lost. And now he's found his way. Don't I know that feeling too, Mitty guy? Feels like my whole life is a mix-up. Now Frankenroc on his way to World 4. That may have been yesterday, MIDI guy, if I'm not mistaken. And Antler's the first to make it to the end of World 7, but it's going to have to go through 8-2 first. Not even bothering with the quick shame. Oh, I believe that. Yes, there's a lock between the castle. I didn't notice that. Only one way to find out, G Mario. In Challenge Cup, it's random. We don't know if it breaks locks until somebody tries it. And Antlerz takes a hit from a muncher. This takes another fall from the muncher nipper thing. Antlerz making it through the muncher stage and picking up a P-Wing. Mario, clever DMC core. Now Frankenroc on the muncher stage. Antlerz making his way through a fort, seeing if it will break the lock that leads him to glory. Now Frankenroc's entering 5-8-2 and taking the quick shame. Oh, and that was the lock that broke. That was the fortress that broke the lock to build the house that Jack built. Oh, but Antlerz slightly falling short of the second platform. Antlerz going to want to be careful here. He's on his last life. And Frankenroc, speaking of lives, Frankenroc getting a 5-up. And again, Ludwig is only giving us an A and a B side. And Frankenroc using this hammer to break the lock. That could close the gap a little bit. Take that king's advice, people. Take that king's advice. Antler's using a sword to take out the Boomerang Bros. One of them offing himself just out of pity, and Antler's picks up a Jugum Cloud. Indeed they do in this case, G Mario. Indeed they do. Now Antlerz and Frankenroc are on the same stage. The gap has gotten very close. Now Antler's going through the good ship Lollipop as we have a little bit of a lag issue. And Antlerz takes out the Boomerang Bros and picks up a hammer. But Frankenroc's first one to make it to the Navy. Frankenroc just finishing up with the Navy and gonna get a fire kill on Boom Boom. And builds a bridge to get to Iggy. With that, ooh, we've got Super Nerd Iggy today. 5 hits. And now Frankenroc is leading Antlerz by just a little bit. As we've entered World 1. Frankenroc unfortunately realizing he does not have a hammer, so he's going to have to play through World 1 naturally. And starts off with 4-2. Oh, but Antlerz does have a hammer! And he's gonna start off with 8-1. Just like that, we have a lead change. So Antlerz having a little trouble with 8-1. And on its whole, 8-1 is not exactly anyone's best friend. Antler's gonna use a P-Wing and show us a part of a level I never even knew before. Antler's pretty much cheesing 8-1. And now Frankenroc's in 7-1. Now that I've got the two correct. 7-1 is the pipes, 7-6 is the platforms. And Antler's using a Jugum cloud as well, and now on the World 2 airship to face off against Larry. And Antler's the first stop to finish Larry, and we'll be going on to World 7, the last level before Bowser. Now Frankenroc's in 8-1, and he takes an intentional death. And we've got a king, a fan of The Simpsons. Antler's using the pipes to get past one stage and the Jugum cloud to skip another stage. Now we see Frankenroc in the third hand stage that Antler's Jugum'd over. And Antler's being nommed. So his Jugum cloud, complete waste. I believe Antler's is in 2-3 right now, if I'm not mistaken. This could allow Frankenroc to close the gap a little. Two, thank you, Mitty. Now Frankenroc is only about a stage and a half behind, stage or two behind Antler's. Now Antler's is up against a couple of jumbo Hamo Bros. Now we see Antlerz making it through one of our beta stages. I believe that's a 5-4 beta. As they have both entered World 7. And now Antlerz getting a star kill and a blow! Now Frankenroc using a star to take out the jumbo bow and picking up a frog suit as Antlerz gets picked off by a winged Koopa Troopa. And Antlerz having a little trouble with, I believe this is 1-5. And 1-5 giving Antlerz a heaping load of difficulty. Of course, this could be good for Frankenroc, could give him a chance to bridge the gap. And Antlerz gets another flame to the patootie, but so does Frankenroc. Frankenroc gonna get a little body armor in a manner of speaking. Now Antlerz has entered 4-2, or as I like to call it, donuts and coffee. Well, to be fair, Sarah, Magus isn't entirely wrong. A lot of the seeds are cursed. No, Makoba, donuts and coffee. I like tomato sauce as much as anyone else, but... ugh. Frankenroc making his way through 4F2 as Antlerz takes out a very weak Wendy. And a little bit more Casablanca from the World 7 King. And get your guesses for how many bridges. Liz Biggie saying 0. Lightyear saying 2. Jess Sandy saying 2. Makova saying 2. Dolce Guy saying 2. Midi Guy 1. Boob Sled 4. Messany 1. Makers 1. Lemon Kitsune 1. The Extreme Me 6. Cute. That is true. I think that may have been an accident on Frankenroc's part. Either that or he was just in disbelief at the corniness of me. Now, Antlerz is on, I believe, 6-10, if I am not mistaken. (6-10) or 6-8? 6-7. Well, I was close. Now Antlerz entering the World 2 for it. As Frankenroc enters the Super Tanks. Yes, but who has the right one, Makova? Who has the right one indeed? Whoop! Woo! Little P jumps over the spikes, and we go on. Now Antlerz is entering the Air Force. And in case I wasn't mentioned earlier, other than 5-9 and Atlantis, all auto-scrollers have been turned off. Because we want to see our racers go! Frankenroc taking an accidental fall. You think so, Lightyear? Both of our races trying to find a pathway to heaven. And so far neither of them is seeming to be able to find the exit gate. Oh, and now Antlerz is entering 6F2, the ice world. The ice fort, I should say. Frankenroc completes 6-7. Antlerz getting a little stopped up on 6F2, having to wait for the Womps to be in position. Which way to Bowser? Oh, it's a one-bridge Bowser, but there's still a stage in between. Oh, two bridges, my mistake. Oh, it is two bridges, but Antlerz is going in with a hammer suit, and this could be GG. Antlerz getting a nice elevator clip. I said it could be a GG, Blizz. He gets the Everman's clip and doesn't even try for the mac and cheese. And with that, Antlerz makes it Bowser with a hammer, and all that's left to say is bye, Bowser! And with that, get your Jeezys out for Antlerz44 as he takes this round and the match 2-0. While we wait to get our official time, we're gonna send Antlerz an invite, see if he wants to come in for a few words. And with that, Antler's official time is 51:26. Let's cheer on Frankenroc. We know he can get to Bowser. With that, Frankenroc is on his way to face Big Ol' Greenie. With that, get your GGs out for Frankenroc. Doing a little bit of fancy showboating for us. And now let's see, as we wait to get Frankenroc's special time, let's see if we can get either of them in for a word or two. Oh, I see Frankenroc's on his way.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, and I see Antlerz and Frankenroc have just joined us, and Frankenroc, your time was 54:26.
54:26? Alright.
So how do you both think you did? And we just lost Antlerz.
But we got him back.
Was that that bad?
But yeah, I mean, I've done better than I have before, but still, I mean, where I've practiced before and gotten better, I kind of flubbed up in a couple of areas. This seed was kind of actually both were a little bit mean.
Hey, can you hear me?
That's what people were saying in chat.
Really?
Indeed.
I don't know what. Okay, I'm not sure like what the popular name is for that blue maze, the one that in my game had the cheap in it. But I will say in a practice round I was doing, that one was giving me a lot of grief.
Like, well, we do have a community name for it, but I'm not sure I can say it on Twitch.
So okay, that's fair. How about in the interest of family-friendly programming, we call it the puppy stage?
Check. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. We can.
Yes, we can hear you, Antlerz.
Good game, Antlerz. Good game.
11-5.
Yeah, GG, Frank.
GG, sir.
So, Antlerz, you're going to be going on to the next round. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm still on slideshow mode, so not sure how to fix that, but it's annoying.
No, Antlerz, do you think there was anything you could have improved on in that race?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I could have improved on. Mainly not be lagging so bad that I can barely play the game, but
I was lagging a little bit too in a couple of areas, and I actually restarted my whole machine before the game started. So I'm not sure what the cause of that.
Well, that's not always a computer problem. It could be the limitations of the ROM itself.
It could be.
Yeah, it's definitely my computer. Like, it's constant, and I don't know if it's my computer. Like, it only seems to happen when I'm on Racetime GG. When I have a Racetime GG window open, so I don't know, like, what the deal is with that. But yeah, I mean, like, the second seed was particularly nasty. Like, I game overed right before the second airship, or World 2 airship, I should say. In that stupid level with the cheap that respawns.
You mean the blue maze level?
Yeah.
7-5.
Is that
Yeah.
7.5? I can't remember what all the actual names of them are, but
Yeah, I was specifically laggy in that stage, and it just kept throwing off my timing to jump on that cheap, and I just kept dying. It was really infuriating. But I think that I played a lot better in the first seed than I did the second seed, to be honest.
the first seed, I know exactly what I did wrong. I mean, first I made a really dumb calculation. I think it was the first airship went right into the hole, and that sent me back like a stage or two, I think it was. And then I used both my hammers in the fourth world, and I didn't think to save them ahead of time. But I think what really got me was the fact that I forgot during that crucial moment that the twirly tower was skippable. And so once I went through the whole thing and got to the tunnel on the other side of the bottom of World 5, it's like, oh shoot, I get to the other tunnel. So I definitely lost time on that. So there were a lot of things I did bad in the first one. I think I did better. I mean, I think I made better decisions in the second one. That being said, there was just some tomfoolery in there.
Hey, you can't have a good seed without some tomfoolery.
That's very true. It's not an exciting match to watch if there's no BS in there.
Yeah, in the first seed, I actually played the tower as well.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I thought I was behind. I was kind of taking a risk, and then I saw I just ended up over on the other side. I'm like, of course.
Well, I don't feel so bad then.
But yeah, I knew it was skippable. I just fell behind, so I was taking a risk. And then I played every single fort in both seeds in World 8.
I think I ended up too, or at least the one like before I got to because in the first one I quit because I saw that you had finished, but like I kept running into locks and things like that. I didn't have any hammers. I don't even remember if hammers were capable of breaking locks in the second one.
They were. They were indeed.
The thing with the second or the first seed was that in World 8, like I even wasted a hammer in the first seed. By the time that I got stuck with like pipe progression, like finding new pipes,
yeah,
I already had to play enough forts that all the locks were broken, or like the locks just didn't come into play at all. So I ended up not even having to use my hammer in World 8. So I was kind of annoyed about that.
Yeah, I think I think I definitely just had some range of brain moments in the first one more than the second one. So I played a better game the second one, and but yeah, overall it was still fun.
Yeah, that's all we look for in SMB3R, to have people have a good time, have some laughs, and give our audience something to chuckle about.
I hope I provide some nice entertainment. I'm sure my name is in there a few times, like, Frank, what are you doing? But, you know.
Well, we try to have our chat people be respectful to the runners.
Well, if they're any of my friends, they'd be saying that, definitely.
So with that, do either of you have anything else you'd like to say to our crew, to anyone?
Thanks for letting me be a part of this, and Antlers, good luck in the next match.
Yep. Thanks to everybody as usual. Everybody, have a good one. Thank you for the good luck. Appreciate it.
All right, and with that, I believe we're going to wrap things up here for today. But remember, we've got more matches coming up this week, including a bracket match tomorrow, which I'm honestly forgetting the information on because I'm kind of a doof. But anyway, on behalf of all our crew, on behalf of Macobra, everyone who's run this, the restreamers, you guys, the commentators, the racers, I'm Meowth of Team Rocket, and I'm hoping you all take care, and as always, we'll see you next time at the Mushroom Kingdom. Take care, everybody!
Peace out.
Peace out indeed.